I used to be a librarian in a small town outside Minneapolis. I spent most of my life surrounded by books. I was married once. His name was Daniel. He was a teacher, a calm soul with a laugh that made the world feel softer. He left a letter on his nightstand. I held it. I cried, I folded it, and I never opened it. My name is Evelyn Brooks. I'm 83 years old. I used to be a librarian in a small town outside Minneapolis. I spent most of my life surrounded by books, whispering stories, and the quiet hum of turning pages. I liked silence. It gave me space to remember. I was married once. His name was Daniel. He was a teacher, a calm soul with a laugh that made the world feel softer. We met at a church potluck when I was 22. He brought lemon pie, I brought too much iced tea, and we sat next to each other for no real reason, except maybe it was meant to be. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that felt like enough. We had one son, Matthew. Daniel loved him with his whole heart. I used to catch them in the backyard, building little birdhouses and laughing like two kids. Daniel died when Matthew was 12. It was sudden, a heart attack in his sleep. I remember that morning. The sunlight was coming through the kitchen window. I had just finished making pancakes. I called his name twice, then 3 times, and I knew. He left a letter on his nightstand. I found it a few hours later. My name on the envelope. I held it, I cried, I folded it, and I never opened it. I told myself, I can, not now. And not now turned into decades. After Daniel passed, I had to become 2 people, mother and father. I went back to work full-time at the library. I packed Matthew's lunches. I cheered at his baseball games, even when I didn't understand a single rule, but something inside me had shut down. I kept moving like a machine. I smiled when people spoke to me. I read bedtime stories with a voice that didn't quite sound like mine anymore. And at night I'd sit by the window after Matthew went to sleep, and I'd hold that envelope in my hand. I never opened it. It was my way of keeping Daniel alive. As long as I didn't know what the letter said, it felt like he was still talking to me somehow, still waiting for me to be ready. Matthew grew up fast, too fast. He got a scholarship, moved to Boston, got married, had his own little boy. I only saw them on holidays, sometimes not even that. I didn't blame him. Life moves on. And I had taught him to be strong, hadn't I? But in truth, I had become a ghost in my own house. I walked the same halls, cooked the same meals, folded the same towels, and waited. Waited for what I wasn't sure. Maybe for the courage to stop waiting. The years blurred. The books at the library aged with me. Friends moved away. Some passed on. My knees got weaker and my voice softer. One morning, I slipped while dusting the top shelf, broke my wrist. That's when Matthew insisted I move in with him. So I packed up my life, 60 years in 4 cardboard boxes, and moved into a quiet room at the back of his house. It was kind what he did, but I didn't belong there, not really. Their home was full of laughter and bright light. His wife always had music playing in the kitchen. My grandson ran around with toy dinosaurs. It was beautiful. But I felt like a photograph hung on the wall, there, but fading. And then one afternoon, while sorting through my old boxes, I found it again. The envelope. Yellowed, a little torn at the edges, still sealed, still with my name in Daniel's handwriting. I sat there, alone in that room filled with memories and noise from a life that wasn't mine anymore. And I thought, if I don't open this now, I never will. So I did. My hands trembled as I slid my finger under the flap. Inside was a single page, folded once. No date, no greeting. Just Daniel's words in that steady, careful print I knew by heart. It said, if you're reading this, Evie, it means I'm gone. I wish I could hold your hand right now. I wish I had more time. But if not, then hear me now. You were always the strong one. You held me up when I wanted to fall. And I know you'll hold Matthew the same way. But please, don't forget yourself. You have this light in you. It's quiet, but it's there. Don't let it fade because I'm not around to see it. Let yourself laugh. Let yourself sing. Let yourself love again. I don't want to be a memory that makes you sad. I want to be the reason you keep going. And if you ever feel alone, play the song. The one from our wedding day. I'll be there. I sat there for a long time, crying, yes, but not from pain, from release. It was like finally exhaling after holding my breath for 45 years. That night I asked my grandson if he knew how to play the piano. He said yes. I told him I'd like to sing a song, just one. We found the sheet music tucked into my old wedding album, Moon River. It was the song Daniel and I danced to on our wedding night, just the two of us. Under string lights in my sister's backyard, our hands shaky but hearts full. I hadn't sung it in decades, but the moment my grandson played that first note, something inside me opened, not just my voice, my memory, my heart. It wasn't a perfect performance. My pitch wobbled, my breath caught halfway through, but it didn't matter. Because for the first time in so long, I felt alive, not surviving, living. And that's why I'm here, not for fame, not for applause, but because Daniel asked me to keep going. And this stage, this is where I finally found the courage to answer him. So if you hear something in my voice tonight, if it moves you, even just a little, I hope you know, it's not just me singing it. It's the sound of love across time, of memory finally set free, and maybe, just maybe, he's listening too.
I kept your words behind a door, too scared to knock, too scared for more. Years turned pages, seasons passed, but love like yours was built to last. The kitchen light, your empty chair, brush my hair. I carried on, I played the part, but never learned to heal my heart. Moon River again, I see your smile floating through this lonely mile. Your voice still dances in the breeze. You gave me roots and now wings. Our son grew up, he found his way. and I grew old, too scared to say that I still dreamed of your warm touch. Even silence spoke so much. I read your words, I felt your hand across the years, across the sand. And now I sing, not out of pain, but just to feel your love again. Moon River again, we're not apart. Your melody still fills my heart. With every note I know you're near. Through every song I feel you here. So I will sing and I will stand with trembling voice and open hands. You asked me once to keep the light, so here I am, and I